Hi everybody, I'm here again with my friend Kathy Cavalieri. Kathy is, we live here in Westboro and we are friends for many years. Actually, we do Zumba together. That's how I met her. And one of the reasons that I want to do this is to be educated about what is it the elections of November 8th. We want to make sure that you understand what are the questions. And even though she belongs to the Republican committee, she's gonna try to do it as neutral as she can.
I will.
Because we want to make sure is that you guys are just informed. So we were talking about it. There are 5 questions for Westboro, 4 for the state, and 1 for here. So Kathy, what are the questions?
Okay, well, question 1 is they're calling it the millionaire's tax. It would be an additional 4% state income tax on income over $1 million in a single year.
Oh, wow,
and the
that's
people.
nice if you could. I mean, it's
Right.
not nice that you're going to be
Right.
pleased, but
So I can give you the yes and the no on it. Okay, people who want yes on it say that the funds. Well, they say that the funds will be used for transportation and education, but in fact, there's no guarantee of that. That's what they want to use them for, and they feel like this is a way millionaires who make over $1 million in a year will pay their fair share. The people who want no on the question are worried about senior citizens, business owners, and people who are selling homes who in one single year only might have income over $1 million, and then they would lose 4% of that, an additional 4%. They already pay the 5% on the first million. This is above $1 million. Instead of paying 5%, they'd be paying 9%. And so if someone sells their business for over $1 million, if someone sells their house and it takes with their income, it's over $1 million, then they kind of get victimized by this extra tax, even though they're not millionaires. They just made over $1 million for 1 year because of a big sale.
got it.
So,
So that pertains to our real estate world. I mean, right now, so many properties have increased, their value, and so that means that if you make in your sale of the house, let's say, even if it's $800,000, right?
right.
And then they make in the year 200,000, they will be penalized instead of paying the 4.
Right. They'll have to pay 9 on anything over $1 million. It's like a one-time surtax, if you will.
So already when you go to the registry, you have to pay the 4.59 per thousand. That is just for property tax, and this is related just to income tax, right?
This is the income tax. This is
Okay,
an
so
additional
plus-
4% income tax, which brings up to 9% any monies over $1 million. And in terms of the other argument against this, to vote no on it, is that if you do institute this, you're very, very wealthy people, your Bob Crafts and your, very wealthy people tend to leave states that do this. So in other words, you think they're going to stay and pay all this extra money. A lot of times a tax like this makes them move to Florida or somewhere else.
Okay.
That's the pro and the con on that. The second question 2 is about the regulation of dental insurance. The dentists are in favor of a yes on the question, which the question would force dental insurance companies to it would mandate that they pay 83% of the money that they take in on dental expenses for patients, okay, instead of administrative costs or anything like that. The no on the bill. So the dentists like it because they feel like they'll get paid more and they won't have to fight so much to be paid. The no on it is that only the largest insurance companies may be able to allocate 83% of all their money to making these payments for dental care, and so it may squeeze out some smaller dental insurance companies, and then consumers would have fewer choices about what dental insurance. In other words, the mandates benefit the richer, larger companies and squeeze out the smaller businesses. So it could limit choices for dental care for people.
Okay, so basically what it is, the dental insurance Does that affect us that we have dental insurance?
Yeah, well, some people are saying by making the company spend more money paying out claims, it could raise dental insurance rates. We don't know if that's really would happen, but one thing that we think would happen is it would make being in the dental insurance business not as profitable for smaller companies. So it's going to benefit the larger companies,
Yes.
perhaps at the expense of smaller ones. And when you start losing insurance companies, you lose choices of coverage.
Got it. Okay. All right. Then let's go with the third one.
Okay, the third one, people don't know a lot about it. It's about alcoholic beverages. It expands licenses for the sale of alcoholic beverages. It seems to basically benefit, the yes vote benefits liquor stores. I think it lets them sell products outside of the store. I think it's designed to kind of help squeeze places like Stop and Shop from being able to sell alcohol. So a no vote there doesn't make any change to the existing law. A yes vote gives more power to the liquor stores to sell liquor in more places.
Okay, good.
Question 4 is, a law has already been passed that's going to go into effect July 1st of 2023 that will allow illegal residents of Massachusetts, illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them, to apply for and get permits and driver's licenses. Okay, so the governor vetoed the bill because the bill states that the Registry of Motor Vehicles is going to have to determine whether the identification information these people present is legitimate. And he didn't have confidence that the RMV has the ability to really do that. People could possibly be presenting false credentials and still then be able to get a regular, not a real ID, but a regular driver's license, which basically legitimizes them in the law if they get pulled over. And then the police also can't know that they're here illegally, and the RMV is not allowed to tell anybody that they're here illegally. So that's already been approved. This question 4 would ask people, do they want that law or do they not want that law? Mm-hmm. So a yes on the question will keep the law as it is, and a no on the law will rescind the law. It will negate the law. Okay, and the people with the no are saying you're rewarding illegal behavior. You're going to encourage more illegal immigrants to come here because this is a valuable benefit they can get. Research has shown it doesn't always make the roads safer. There are states that have done this, and it hasn't decreased fatalities in their state. As to some degree, they've increased. And, it also removes the ability for the police to know that these people are here illegally. So if they have a gun in the car, if they have drugs in the car, there's, and it would be helpful for the police to know they're also not legally here. There might be different penalties that would apply. So again, it provides a legitimate ID to people that have committed an illegal act, and that's the reason to vote no.
Okay, good. And then the fifth question.
Okay, the fifth is
that it was just applying for
Westboro. Yes, Westboro approved at a town meeting last March the Community Preservation Act, and this is an act that would allow people to, when their property tax bill comes, they could pay, and they would be required to pay an additional 0.5% of extra money that goes into a special fund that allows the town to apply to a state organization with money from the Registry of Deeds to get state money that to match the 3 areas where they could apply for this money are for affordable housing, for recreation and the acquisition of open space, and for historic preservation. So in other words, you put in 0.5% on top of your tax bill, it goes into a kitty in Westboro, then we would be entitled to some matching funds from a state fund as long as we had a project that involved affordable housing, open space preservation or recreation, or the historical preservation. Mm-hmm. So it's a way of accessing state funds. That's why the yes motto is give a little, get a lot, because you have access to some state funding for that stuff. The no side of it is, you're raising your own taxes. You still have to apply for the state funds, and that has to be approved. And you're also the percentage from we're starting at 0.5%. It could go up to 3%. Town meeting would have to approve. Some towns do this as 3% on top of your regular property taxes. So again, it's
a lot. 3% is a lot.
Yeah. So we're starting. Right now. It's the question is at half of 1%, but that would be on top of your property tax bill.
Oh, yikes! Well, we already have 18
right.
something.
Right. So the timing of this is not that good because
we already have that inflation.
Our taxes are going up anyway, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
So that's the question.
So voting yes, it would approve this law.
Yes would allow us to require this
That
0.5% additional on your taxes for this fund, and would enable us to get matching state funds, or some amount of state funds. It wouldn't be 100%, or it's like maybe 30%, 40% of what we're looking for would come from the state for those three purposes. And voting no would be just keeping things the way they are now, that we're not going to, add more money to our tax bill for this purpose.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you so much, Kathy, for clarifying this. I feel honored to have this. Now I'm more educated because I did not know all these things. So that's why I told Kathy, hey, Kathy, come and let me do an interview about it, because I know she's a very knowledgeable person, that she loves education and she loves to know the political part of what's going on. So thank you again, Kathy. I appreciate it. And let me know what are your comments, and please subscribe to my channel, and I would love to be in touch with you. Okay, bye.